Looking at how the team handled that game in Edmonton the other night, it feels like it handled it a lot different than the team might have handled it a year ago. Do you look at that growth year to year and say, okay, this is where we're at right now after a game like that?
Oh, well, I think we've grown as far as momentums of the game and all the things that go in a 60-minute hockey game. When I talked to you guys right after the game, I thought we were sloppy in areas, but not as sloppy as I break the tape down. Not as sloppy as I thought prior. I do think we're giving up too many chances, and it's coming off of some turnovers. It's coming off a number of different things with our structure. So we got to continue. Had another long tape here today on our structure, and it's to be expected. I'm sure all teams are going through it, is trying to figure it out and tighten ourselves up that way. And hopefully that'll help us generate more offense and have the puck more to generate some more quality chances.
In the morning skate before the Edmonton game, Nick Sealer was out with the big group. He was working on his own. Is he getting
He's
closer?
day-to-day.
Is he getting closer?
Day to day.
Day to day.
I talked to Dan Hilferty in Vancouver, and he brought up how ticket sales have been increasing. People are renewing their season tickets. Is it exciting to hear that the fan base is so pumped for the home opener coming up on Saturday?
Yeah, I try to stay away from the public and the fans, and as I've said, it's great coaching in Philly. It's such a great fan base through all the sports. We're just trying to be the best we can be. As I've said, I hope we can get it back to back in the day. As a visiting coach, I think you recognize the crowd more than the home coach when you go into the building. I've been to a few ball games this summer, and I look at the crowds there. I want our players to play in front of people like that. I want them to feel that juice. I'm not counting season tickets or seeing what's going on there, but if we take care of our business and we do it the right way and get away from gimmicks and talk about this and just continue to build this the right way, we'll get there.
Owen Tippett, just wondering what your thoughts are. I know it's only 3 games in, but what are your thoughts on his game and where he's at right now?
I thought the last game generated a lot. Tip is one of the guys that whoever you're playing with, it really doesn't matter who, because he generates a lot on his own. He needs to score. I think I saw him when he hits the post. I think he could have put us up 4-2 at that time. You can see that they want to score. Generated a lot of offense. Still a work in progress is understanding the defensive part. We like to get him killing penalties. We're going to wait a little bit more. We're going to use Tyson there first. But I thought he took a step in the right direction the last game and moving his legs and generating offense.
I was going to say, do you talk to him about building speed up? I mean, I think on that play he kind of blew past the D on that one too.
But there are plays, if you watch him now, because we have him on the off wing, he just turns up. He has gotten really good at that as far as just, instead of being along the boards, right-hand shot, left-hand boards, he just turns up. His skating ability is so good. He's getting good at that. So I think he's close. He just needs something to go in for him.
Do you worry? Sorry. Do you worry about him though being on a line with Frost and Mishkov, maybe thinking too much about being the defensive guy and the guy who has to stay back a little bit?
No, not at all.
Is he a guy where you can sort of tell he's gripping the stick maybe a little tight when he's missing the net a lot? Because he missed the net a lot to start last season too, and then he got going.
Yeah, he misses the net a lot. I'm not sure if it's because he's gripping the stick. He just misses the net a lot. It's something we are constantly talking to him about, as far as we call it missing in the net. But you just can't be too fine as far as what you're doing with it, and that's a roller coaster with him. And I'm not sure if that'll ever go away. He's very well aware of some of the opportunities that. For us, it's, as I've talked to him, we're looking to get some rebounds too, and he's aware of it for sure. That's going to be within his game all the time, I believe, as I've watched him play.
Is it an off-wing thing maybe?
No.
Seeing the net?
No, he did it on the right wing too. Yeah.
He had 9 hits the other night, a career high in Calgary. Is that adding the physicality?
Yeah, I'm always talking to him, because I think he's a tough. I've told you guys he's a tough one for me to read, because he's so introverted and so quiet. I'm not sure if he's ready, but as I learn more and more about him, he's ready. I think he gets even more ready because he can get there with doing a little bit of banging. I don't want to turn him into a guy that's leading the team in hits. There's other things he needs to do for us here, but I think that helps him get involved. More importantly, I think he knows that helps him get involved.
Where do you feel like Sean Couturier's game's at? He didn't have a ton of minutes last game, but it was a weird game with a lot of special teams. He has the fight. Just
Yeah.
curious kind of where you feel he's at the moment.
Yeah, just like everybody else, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where other guys fit as we go through it. Give me a few more games. Like I said, give me that 10-game segment, and I'll try to give you an idea over these guys here. It's so hard on a road trip. Last game, there's so many penalties. Tyson Forster sits out for 17 minutes the other game to try to get some chemistry. So I'll give you some information in a little bit here.
I guess with that, though, you're obviously giving Jet the really long look. Does Coots' ice time kind of suffer a little bit because of how much you're trying to
No,
see what Jet's got?
I'm not giving Jet a long look. I'm giving Jet the ice time because I think he deserves it. And I think he's made plays. I think he has a dimension of speed through the middle. Don't misconstrue. The guys that are getting the ice time that's my call, right? I'm trying to put them in situations that I think they should be in, and so they've earned those situations. Don't get me wrong there.
We talked about 5-on-5 the other day with all the penalties in these games. I think pretty much every game's been a little jam-packed with penalties. And how do you work the 5-on-5 then and making sure that's kind of developing where it needs to be when you have such a disjointed game?
A lot of tape work today. We've had to do some tape on it because it has been a little disjointed. I think we're beginning to see some of the I don't want to call problems 5-on-5 because it's so early. I think to get our 5-on-5 give us a better understanding and have the puck more, it starts away from the puck. I don't think we've done a good enough job getting the puck back quick enough because I think we're on our arrivals into our end zone, on some turnovers in the neutral zone. I don't think we're having it enough. That's when you work on your 5-on-5 is when you have it. We can show tape. We have offensive concepts we work on, but you need some looks in the game. We need to have the puck more, but it has to start with being better away from the puck.